Hey friends, Sarah here with The Holy Mess. I want to talk to you about when you are stepping into a really difficult situation and knowing that you are about to do something that's going to be really hard. How do you manage it? I am on a road trip right now. I'm actually in a rest stop somewhere in the middle of Ohio. Below, this is my view right now. And I am on my way to Illinois, my son Paul and I, to work on settling my mom's estate. She died in March, and it was right as COVID was hitting, and so I rushed home not knowing what's going to happen. Are they going to close things? Will we be able to get home? So I'm going back to Illinois. I'm going to be going through the house, and that might be the last time I'm in the house. We're going to be selling it, and that was my childhood home. I came home from the hospital to that house. There's so many memories in that house, and I've just found over the last few days as I'm, getting ready for this trip, I've had a lot of emotions coming up. I think, being in a different state, it was easy to a certain extent, put aside my grief, and now I'm facing all of that. So I wanted to share with you what I'm doing to manage my emotions, my faith as I go through this hard thing. And thank you to all of you who are watching. Hi, it's so great to have you with me this morning. There are 3 things that I'm doing that I think will be really helpful for you too, maybe when you are going through a hard time or you're about to step into a hard time. So the first thing I'm doing is feeling my feelings. And that sounds so obvious and easy, but it's not easy. It is really what's easy is to distract ourselves from our feelings and to not feel them. And we use all kinds of different things to do that. For me, my big go-to in the past was food. So I would eat over my feelings because I was afraid of fully feeling them. So I've given myself permission that whatever I feel, I'm going to feel it. If I'm sad, I'm going to feel sad. Before I left, I found myself just standing in the shower crying, and I felt what it felt like to be standing in the shower crying and to be sad and overwhelmed. If I'm, anxious, I'm going to feel that. If I'm angry, I'm going to feel that. If I'm happy and okay, I'm going to let myself be okay. Whatever those feelings are, I'm going to feel those feelings. Number 2 is, of course, relying on God and His strength, knowing that He will get us through it. And what I find helpful in these times is to choose one Bible verse that you cling to the promises in that verse and you come back to it again and again. And I think for me, for this time, it's going to be the passage in Deuteronomy where God says He will never leave us or forsake us. I've lost both my parents now, and you feel a little bit like an orphan. If you've lost both your parents, please tell me in the comments, how did you manage that? Were there things that were helpful for you for that? I'm really fortunate. I have my brother who's awesome, my cousin. I'm going to be seeing them when I'm in Illinois. I have my family now, my husband, my 5 children who are a wonderful support to me and people that I love and honor and cherish. But it's not the same as your mom. Your mom always loves you no matter what. So that's the verse I'm going to cling to, where God says He'll never leave me or forsake me. And then the third thing that I'm going to be doing is some visualization. This might be kind of different for some of you, but I've learned a lot about visualization, especially with some of the sports I used to do with triathlon, and I found that it's really helpful for other life situations. So, my big temptation is to eat. Those of you who know my story know that I've lost 100 pounds, and I've been maintaining that for the last 15 years, and that is my go-to thing that I tend to want to go toward doing. And so I've been spending some time picturing myself handling these difficult emotions, but not turning to food for emotional reasons. So you can do visualization 2 different ways. You can picture yourself out there like you're watching a movie. So I see little Sarah, walking around her mom's house and not constantly going to the refrigerator, but managing her emotions. Or you can picture it like you're looking out of your own eyes, so you're seeing the world as if you're experiencing it. And I find it really helpful to do both. Whichever one comes naturally first, I do that, and then I'll kind of try to switch my point of view and do that too. So I very intentionally, purposely visualize myself eating in a healthy way, not overeating, feeling my feelings, managing that, getting through that without using food. And I'm going to continue to do that as I go on the trip. So those are 3 things that are really helpful for me when I'm going through a hard time or about to go through a hard time. So just to review those, it's to feel my feelings and truly feel them, experience them, whatever they are, not eat over them or use some other distraction. Number 2 is to choose a Bible verse where you can rely on God and his promises. For me, that's I'll never leave you or forsake you. And number 3, try some visualization. Visualize yourself handling the situation in ways that are positive for you. All right, I'm getting back on the road, and I will talk to you soon. Love you guys. Bye-bye.